who do you listen to? Who do you listen to? Like your dad or your husband, you know? And I just believe it's your husband.
Guys, remember, a father as a daughter's first love.
Oh, fuck
I'm just
out of here with
throwing that out. I'm just throwing that out there for you guys to deal with.
Man.
Fuck, man.
I'm just throwing that out there for you guys to deal with.
That's weird.
I'm
That's
just saying.
hold on. That's weird.
We got to break that cycle. Your daughter can't be the one that actually teach you that girls are human beings, bro.
That's crazy as fuck. No, your daughter is your dad is your first parent, my nigga. They're not your first love. That's weird as fuck. See, this is like that whole thing that you're saying. And I'm not putting this on you, and I'm not saying nothing negative. It gives very incest vibes because I feel like a lot of men, not you and their daughters, not yours, just niggas and their daughters, have this kind of obsession with their daughter's sexuality, and it's only their daughters. It's not their sons. It's true. Like it's only dads with their daughters.
It's a red flag.
And I think a lot of it started from you lot, because I remember when we were young, I got moved to because I was wearing blue.
Don't put it on us.
No, I'm putting it on you, man. No, it's on you, man. It's on you, man.
Everything they do,
eventually
we will copy it.
Yeah.
No, it's on you lot, man. What are you talking about?
Nah, y'all keep giving us this shit, man.
It's on y'all.
I was there coming out my estate, you know, going to work like a hard-working man.
That's what's up.
You know, trying to put food on the table. Trying to make some money to feed my daughter, you know, and then I'm wearing blue because I'm wearing blue.
American.
I'm wearing blue.
I'm trying to feed my daughter.
He said, "I'm wearing blue."
This nigga watched Pursuit of Happiness and was like, "Okay, I get the American."
No, dead ass, because like, so many homeless people will come at you with that line like, "Yo, man, I'm just trying to feed my daughter. I got my family over there at the hotel. I just need $50 for one more night."
It's mad because feed my son doesn't sound emotive enough.
Nah, it's daughters now.
Daughters is where it sounds like, nah, I'll give you some change.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You know, I'll give you some change. So I'm there trying to make some money for my daughter, right? Put some food on the table. I'm coming out the estate and I'm wearing my uniform, right?
What rap song is this?
He's got his uniform. He's got his uniform on.
I got my uniform,
He's
right?
pulling it from the mud.
Uniform.
He had to pull it from the mud.
You know, get it from the mud. You know what I'm saying? I got my work uniform and it's blue, but then my area apparently is repping red. They're bloods.
And that's not acceptable at all.
Cuz.
That is not acceptable.
Where do they do that?
I like that his American accent is like half hood, half like white guy, like it's somewhere in between. Which probably I feel like my British one is a little bit like that too.
Mine 100% is. I just need more words, but yeah.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, you got it. You like doing well.
Yeah.
You like doing well.
Let's get it to the pod real quick. Welcome everybody to Waving the Red Flag, the #1 dating and international linguistics podcast in the universe. It's your boy Eddie. It's Josh. Alvin's currently away. He's baking muffins for the potluck at his local chapter of the Boulay, but he will be back next week. Don't worry, guys. Today we are joined by the #1 American podcast, excellent trio here. We got Don't Talk, Just Listen. We got Mulinde. We got Uzi from the In My Opinion podcast. You know what I'm saying? Repping the 305. Repping the 305.
Come on, 305,
you know?
baby.
305, baby.
Let's go.
Miami-Dade County, baby.
Come on.
Indeed.
I don't know what is
Real
it with
shit,
Miami today. I don't know what's going on.
Real
I don't know
shit,
why
bro.
it's here. Miami is a very popular internet city. Big man thing. This is the #1 British
internet city.
British podcast. Waving the red flag. Talk to your boy.
#1.
Okay.
What you telling me? What go on?
What you saying, bro?
What you saying, bro?
What you saying, bro?
Have you seen the state of her body?
Seriously.
Yo, I will say.
I know they love that song.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, British, like UK rap has definitely the last like 5 years started to like get it, because I feel like before like 2016 wasn't really hitting. Not gonna lie,
It weren't hitting?
a lot of it wasn't hitting. But
What
recently,
was the first song for you guys? Do you say, hey? I was like, okay, this might
That's
do
something.
it.
I think it was something from Dave, but yeah.
Nah, bro. What's the other dude
Oh,
named?
Dave.
Big Shaq? Small Shaq? It was something Shaq.
Oh yeah.
That's
You
a
talking
small
about that little
shot.
joke? You talking about that
Mine's
joke
not hot.
song?
Mine's
That's
not hot.
Man's Not Hot.
I
Yes,
think the man's not
I
hot.
think that might have put y'all on the map. That might have put y'all on the map, low key.
Even though it was a joke,
Yeah.
song, I think that was the first for a lot of
Okay.
Americans. That was the first there's such a thing as this genre.
100 mil.
Now that song did go big. I saw him on Breakfast Club.
That
So
song went
Yeah. Because that's just a song from a character. Like, what's the dude's name?
Yeah, because he's a comedian.
Michael
Big Shaq.
Dapper.
Michael Dapper.
You know, Big Shaq is like a character that he
That's
plays.
the stage
Yeah.
name. Well,
Exactly. There you go.
for sure. Yeah, my
Michael
fault.
Dapper.
It's like Ali G almost, like how Sacha Baron Cohen
Yeah.
has like
Oh, you
Ali
know
G.
Ali
It's kind of
G,
like
yeah?
that. Yeah, it's like that kind of a thing. Wait, is Sacha Baron Cohen British?
Yeah. Well, he grew up in my area, or one of the areas I lived in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
It's not
sense.
fair. British
In
niggas
States.
can do
States.
anything, man.
You grew
They
up
can
in
be
States.
any nigga they want to be.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, well,
Like, y'all niggas be stealing our jobs. Like y'all be stealing our
Yeah.
jobs because you can't, as an American, you really, with a few exceptions, you can't really like move to the UK and start just acting. Y'all niggas be like, yeah, no, I'm from the hood, and it's like, bro, you were born in like you're born in London. What are you talking about? You're from Compton. Like, what is this? How is this allowed?
Accent down,
Oh,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
New York accent, the Baltimore accent, the Boston accent, the LA accent, the
got
Georgia
it.
accent. Like, bro, every one of them, like, god damn, bro, this ain't
And it
fair.
be Nigerian niggas too.
Do you know
Man,
what it is?
I remember the first time I heard
Idris
Idris Elba
Damson.
speak.
Oh
I
my
said, man, nigga, what?
Yeah, them signatures.
Chiwetel, like, oh my god, bro, like y'all niggas stealing way
Bro.
too many of our
And
jobs.
they got Daniel Kaluuya in as well, the Ugandan.
By
Is
the
he
way.
Ugandan? Yeah,
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
Kaluuya? Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my god.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah. Do you know what it
Jesus.
is, right? The British are so good at colonizing that we have now colonized your
You
movie
started
industry.
colonizing even the black. They got y'all colonizing.
Damn.
Y'all
I
really
feel like
British.
Idris Elba was the first one.
Yeah,
He took
bro.
over.
He was, yeah.
And we are coming. I'm also coming to act.
You
as
got
him.
everything. And what's the old boy from Star Wars? What's his name?
Oh,
Protect the
Boyega.
block.
John
John
Boyega.
Boyega.
Yeah, Boyega. Yeah, like, oh my god, it's too much. I don't like it. I
Nigerian,
don't like
yeah.
it.
But there's enough room for all of us, man. You lot got a big industry,
I don't know. That sounds like
We still trying to
like
call this
immigrant
bitch
logic.
out, bro. I know. you
Build
niggas
that
over there got
wall.
a big industry. Like, nah, we really still trying to carve this bitch out to make a little bit
Yeah.
more room. Okay.
Yeah, we just
But why
making a
do you not
podcast.
think
We
that
can't
is
even-
though?
I
Why
think
do you
it's,
not think
I think
that
it's
is?
y'all's
'Cause
school system. I think it's the
crazy.
school system. Because I think y'all have
Right.
a much more like robust. I don't know, but it seems like you have a much more robust like system for educating black people in tradition, in like classically training them for the arts. Whereas we don't really have that. So I feel like Chiwetel, Daniel, John Boyega, like Idris, it seems like they get that classical like acting training very early on that most African Americans
think-
don't have access to. I don't know.
I was
No, you could be
immediately
right,
about to blame
because
it on the
be
white
fair,
man.
Well, it is the white man's
No, I
fault.
think-
I mean, that's the ultimate, but yeah.
I think Daniel and a couple others, I think they all went to the Brit school.
They did.
So they're kind of, that's not every day. Don't get it twisted. Not all of us get to go to the
100%.
Brit school.
But how
That
did,
is
how did
a
so,
one in a
so many
million
of them?
chance.
Yeah, but it's like, is it like it's like 5, 6, 7 different actors that are like blowing up over here from that same school? Like
That
it
all
must
went
be
to that
some
same
of y'all
school, yeah,
getting. It
I
must be
think-
some of y'all getting in.
No, you can get in, obviously, but it's having parents. You know, us growing up African here, you can't tell your parent growing up, I want to be an
I wanna
actor.
act.
No way. Do you know what I mean? But for the ones that do listen to their children and what they want to do, you can apply to
Then
go
they
to the
can-
Brit school and you'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are most of
So-
their parents rich? Now that's something I'm starting to
No.
think about.
Nah, definitely not.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and I think that's where you're right in that, because the education system over here, I guess, I wouldn't say it's a level playing field, but we still, if you strive enough,
You
and
can get those
your-
opportunities.
exactly, and your parents' mind is the right place, they can get you there. Where I feel like in America, it's a lot more difficult because you gotta pay, isn't it? And then if you're not earning the money, you can't.
You cannot.
Yeah, and I mean, because also it seems like the Brit school, is that like primary through like secondary through college? Like, is that up to 18 or is
Nah.
that like a university?
Wait.
Depends how well you perform in school.
Yeah, I think Brit school
Your grades.
actually it does start from young. They start from young, but
that's
you can
what I'm
enter
thinking.
it at any point.
Yeah.
That
See,
level, yeah.
Because there's no like for African Americans, there's no system for you to start being like a child actor or like start acting when you're like 15, 16. You might go to, NYU or wherever or Juilliard when you hit 18, 19 maybe if you have the money for it.
Right.
But you're not like 15 and cool, I'm going to classically train so I can be in Top Boy, Attack the Block, Run, whatever it is. Like you're not
Now, I was saying with UK, whenever you decide that, I want to go and do this, I feel like that opportunity is always there for you.
That's true.
At whatever age
Yeah.
in your life, you can just decide to go and do whatever.
Yeah, you
So
got to
I guess,
make it
yeah,
over here. You got
that's
to
an
move to the right
advantage.
city and shit. Yeah. Also, y'all shit is small, so I feel like you could walk. You could walk to set from
Yeah.
wherever you're at. Whereas you got to fly to LA to fucking. You're just like, yeah, I think I want to go to wherever they're filming movies. Let me just walk down the street, and we should be good.
It's real, because a lot of you lot's actors, I hear them say, yeah, I moved to New York with nothing.
I drove.
I was sleeping in my car.
And you got to be homeless.
It's real.
You can't go back home and shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, because LA and New York are two of the most expensive fucking cities to live in. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm from, Tupelo, Mississippi or some shit like that. You got to drive all the fuck to maybe make it, but you probably won't. Like, I know so many people who drove up to New York and just ended up homeless, did that for 6 months, and then just moved back in their parents' house in Georgia. Or,
unprovoked.
Wherever they at.
Yeah.
Yeah. They tried to make it and they didn't.
do
Like
that.
that's the American dream. You try and make it and sometimes you don't.
Dream.
Most of the time you don't.
Most of the time you don't. That's why it's a dream. You got to be asleep to believe that bullshit. It's not most people's reality.
But you guys, you seem like you're quite uptown.
What's that mean?
I know, right?
What do you
I
mean
mean,
by
like,
that?
High
What do you
end,
mean by
high
that?
end.
yeah.
High end. Okay, for me,
Bougie.
looking at your decor, you have
Yeah, you
plants
like
in
the
your
flower,
house.
plants in the
You have statues
Oh,
in your
Oh,
house.
true.
He's
I mean,
accusing us of
and then
being
looking
well
at
off, Eddie.
Josh.
Oh.
You see,
Man,
purple-
Quincy
Posh.
having
purple
money.
He's calling us
background.
posh.
Yes.
Dear God.
He's calling
You
us
are
posh,
posh.
fam. You calling us?
Yeah.
You calling us
Brother,
well off.
he's got free
He calling us
plants.
some poofs.
How can you afford that water bill to water those
It's a-
plants?
what-
They
This
grow.
is-
What you mean? They grow.
Huh? You even have statues. And then Josh,
telling you.
you have neon lights in this cost of living
Purple
crisis.
neon lights. I'm telling you.
That's $12 on Amazon, bro.
And he's drinking chamomile
drinking
tea.
tea. Look at the
Chamomile.
tea. He is drinking
It's
tea.
chamomile as well, yeah.
He's been drinking
These motherfuckers are
that tea
drinking
since we
malt
started,
liquor
you know?
in the middle of the
But
pod.
my good man,
Yeah, look.
do not,
Yeah, exactly,
do not
yeah.
get it twisted, my good man. I have tequila in this tea. It's called a hot toddy.
Tanqueray. You remember them commercials? You remember
He's
the
been
Tanqueray
drinking that tea
commercials?
for time, you know?
Are you drinking
He
gin?
just got,
You drinking gin?
Oh, don't
I'm
kill
he's
me.
got a
Tequila.
bottle just
Tequila,
refilling
fam.
him.
You're drinking
Tequila.
tequila.
Oh.
Drinking tequila in the tea, fam. TNT.
You actually sound like
The
those
real
white
TT.
boys that are trying to be black.
He does, doesn't it? Yeah,
Because he got the black. It's the black
What
do we
underneath
call-
that's still.
I told you. Yeah.
What do we call TT in the UK? 10-10. 10-10.
Te-
10-10.
Y'all-
10,
10-10.
Oh, my fault. Okay, my fault.
Like 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10,
10 out of 10.
Means good.
10 out of 10.
TT.
10-10.
Like you see when you see a sexy girl, you say she's 10-10. So it's TT.
10, 10.
It's TT.
Oh, TT. I
10
see.
out of
I see. I
10.
see. TT.
Oh, yo.
Them titties is TTs.
Is that Titi? Like Titi. Yeah. Ooh.
Let me see them TTs. TT.
I bet that, my
You lot can't kill me, bro.
Let me goddamn see a dime on the street. Yerp. 10-10. 10 out of 10. baby. 10.
It sounds lit.
He's ready
It
for his
actually
cat
sounds
calling.
lit.
He's ready for
That's
the
hard.
cat calling the streets.
I feel like they're gonna jack that now and they're gonna make it
They're
sound
gonna
better.
run with it now, and they're gonna
Actually,
they're gonna
sounds
give us
good.
some-
10, 10, 10.
I'm gonna say, hey, oh, you talking to me?
I'm
the
gonna
internet
cite where I got it from, though.
APA format.
No,
10-10. Reppin' London. What's good?
From London, my boys. In my own opinion, in my opinion.
West side.
W9. What's good?
Come on,
In the middle of Atlanta. W9.
W9 all day, every
You're
day.
so happy about that, Isha.
Hey, mind how you been saying this W9 around me, you know? I can't
know
even
that,
lie.
yeah?
fam.
It's true, actually. You
It's
can't.
still active
Nah,
over there.
I don't
you know
know. I
that.
don't know about W9.
All right, you
Just
got a point. You know when you're
saying
repping
around me,
ends here, yeah,
It's still
you
very
gotta
active.
be careful because
Yeah.
you know they'll be like, "Oh, you from W9, yeah," and then
Especially
And
because
then-
it's
and
still
then it becomes
very-
an issue.
It's still going on.
it becomes an issue.
Oh. So who's got beef with folks from W9 to where you're like, oh, I got to be careful? Is that
Folks,
cannot-
fuck
Niggas
W9.
W4.
yeah?
Niggas from W4.
Them 1099 niggas.
You're right. It's 10.99, niggas.
We cannot speak about that.
Oh, you working for an employer ass nigga?
We cannot speak about that.
Listen, for the safety of everybody on camera, we cannot discuss that. But and just
Okay.
for
like that. I mean,
clarification,
we're
I
safe,
am not
but for y'all
affiliated.
safety.
I'm a civilian. We are civilians.
Wow.
Understood. Everybody, this is a civilian podcast.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you
Yep.
lost
Neutral as
yourself
fuck.
for a minute, innit?
All of a
Look
sudden,
at my
that
plans.
chest
I'm
has gone
definitely
down
a
now,
civilian.
eh?
You got a clock
Yes.
on the wall. We're
I'm what-
civilians. Don't worry.
We are civilians.
So we've got a
yes.
clock.
With the Roman letters.
move on.
All right. y'all wanna do a quick little Am I the Asshole from Reddit with us?
Let's do that.
Yeah,
You know
let's
these?
go.
You know these? All right, cool. Am I the asshole for moving to a hotel because my wife's family insisted I sleep on the couch? So here's the explanation. My wife and I got married last summer. Her family lives across the country from us, so up until this point, I had never actually visited them. But I had met them a handful of times, and we've always gotten along fine. They invited us to come visit and stay with them for a few days, and we took them up on the offer. We flew in yesterday. Everything went well. Her dad and I watched football while she caught up with her mom and sisters, and they had a really nice dinner. But things went south at the end of the night when it was made clear that they didn't want me sharing a bed with my wife while in their home, and that they expected me to sleep on the couch. I honestly thought that they were joking at first, but they insisted we sleep separately. I had a problem with the implication that I shouldn't be allowed to sleep next to my wife, and I also had a bad back, and the couch did not look the least bit comfortable. They don't have a guest room.
Bad back, hey.
After arguing back and forth for a bit, I decided to leave and book a hotel. I told my wife she didn't have to come with me. She chose to stay and I said I'd come back the next day. I went off to a Marriott about 10 miles away and got a good night's sleep, trying to not let the whole situation bother me. This morning, I called my wife asking when I should come back. She told me her parents want me to apologize for leaving the way I did. I told her that I'm willing to apologize to keep the peace, but they need to. Oh, we about to argue about this shit. I can already tell from the way y'all are responding to just little bits of this. She told me that her parents want me to apologize for leaving the way I did. I told her that I'm willing to apologize to keep the peace, but they need to acknowledge that it wasn't appropriate to insist that I can't share a bed with my own wife. She said she'd talk to them and call me back. About 10 minutes later, I hear back from her, and she tells me that not only will they not apologize for it, they are now insisting I need to come back and stay on the couch for the rest of our visit, and if I don't agree to this, I'm not welcome back in the house. I'm pretty livid at this point. I told her that there's absolutely no chance that I will do that, and I am no longer willing to offer any sort of apology. My wife's sisters are now bothering me, saying that this is just the way their parents are, that my wife is very upset, and that I need to just give in and stay on the couch for the rest of the trip before this turns into some sort of family feud. From my perspective, I don't care what they think, and I'm willing to treat the rest of this trip as a solo vacation. Go sightseeing and meet my wife back at the airport at the end of the week. Am I the asshole? Bro, allow it. I'm 100% on this nigga's side.
This sounds like you.
100%.
Hell no. Hell
Sounds
no.
like what you would do.
It's the fact he said allow it.
Did I use it right?
You use it very well.
Yes,
very
sir.
well. I love that.
Perfect.
I think Uzi should go first.
Perfect.
That was a good perfect. That was a really good perfect. That was good.
That was a really
Right
good
on the money, buddy. Right on the money.
Come on.
You did that, Bucko.
Come on, get out of here.
That's madness.
Give him the 2 guns
That's
on that
madness,
one.
man. I'm not going to apologize for that, man. I'm not going back to the house.
Yeah, no.
Uzi,
You lot
for peace.
moving mad.
Apologize for peace.
I'm going back to the
this
house
ain't
to
a
fist
peace
fight.
thing.
Fuck that.
No, I'm not going back, man.
I'm
Wait,
knocking this nigga
How
out.
long's the trip?
Like from home? I don't know. But across the country, so it's probably like a...
No, what I meant was, how long would he have to go back and see? How many days was he supposed to stay with the family?
Oh, true. A
It
few
made it
days,
sound
so
like it was
probably like
like
4 or
a
5.
week. Yeah, 4 or
like a
5.
week, yeah.
Listen to me, yeah.
You go.
You're
Don't
not
talk.
about to
Just
sleep in the same bed in my yard with my daughter, bruv.
My wife.
Are you alright?
I don't care.
You should have
bruv.
married her then. If that's
Yeah,
what you wanted.
exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
your daughter.
Your
care.
grown-ass
Listen to me,
daughter?
I don't care.
Your daughter's 45.
I don't care. It's not happening in my house.
Well, no matter the age.
It's not happening in my house.
Wait, no matter
This
the age.
nigga's insane.
Wait,
So you're
wait.
telling me
Whoa,
you're telling...
whoa.
Okay.
See, look, that's why his
This
name is
nigga's
Don't
out of his
Talk, Just
fucking... Yeah,
Listen.
he should have
wait,
listened.
wait.
He should have took his own advice. This motherfucker
It's
should have
not
been listening
happening
instead
in
of
my
talking.
house.
This is crazy.
It's as simple as that. What I'm saying is this, right? Me personally, I don't care like that. But at the same time, I understand. Regardless what it is, why would you want to now start this war with your in-laws? Because I don't know for you guys how you see marriage, right? You need everybody to get along, to work, in my personal opinion.
If I'm sleeping on the couch,
think
we're not getting
person-
along.
Sorry?
And you
Like-
fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm
How
sleeping on the
does-
couch,
how
we're
does
not.
you
That's not
sleeping
getting along.
No, but you sleeping on the couch don't mean nothing. It don't mean me as the father to my as the what do you call it, the groom's dad or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That don't mean I got nothing against you. I just don't want you to sleep in the same bed as my
Not
dog.
even a visitor's room, bruv. Not a spare room. Anyways, knowing me.
Clearly, I don't think they have a spare room.
Even if they had a spare room, I'm still not doing that shit. That's crazy.
That was part of my main problem.
When they're talking about back here, I'm not sleeping on no couch, bruv, with bad back, fam.
I don't know about the couch.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You
know,
But
you the
lost
dad,
your
and the
mind.
mom, y'all should sleep on the couch and let me have y'all's room. Cool,
By
we
the
can be
way,
separate, and
by the
you
way.
sleep on
No,
the
but
couch.
that's cool. But you're not sleeping in the same room.
You're not
Okay,
gonna let that learn.
so there's layers to this because it's like there's the couch issue, but then there's also the separate issue. I think the separate issue is the main thing. I mean, because the couch is low key. That's disrespectful to a guest. To be like you're a guest in my home and you got to sleep on the pullout. Like
In the common area.
I'll give you like the
In the
couch.
common area at that.
I'm giving you if I have a guest, you sleep on my bed, I take the couch. That's what I'm doing.
No, listen.
That couch that everyone is farting on.
No.
Do you know
No,
what I
listen.
mean?
No. Check this out. I'm not stupid. I give you the couch. You can have that one. But in terms of the separate thing,
Okay.
Okay, can I speak on the separation?
I'll argue with you lot.
This is his wife, you know. This is not his girlfriend.
But it's in my house.
Let me speak on the separation.
Go on.
Now, me, especially as an African man, I've paid my dowry. Yeah, you've got your dowry.
Yes.
Now you're trying to tell me what to do with my property.
My property.
My wife.
No.
My family.
I didn't pay dowry,
This
bro.
nigga said I
Listen,
paid.
by the
I got
way.
the receipt. That's insane.
I paid my dowry.
Wait. Okay.
Guys, you're
Wait.
talking
So
about,
wait. Question.
marriage
Real.
in Uganda.
So Ugandan dowry is that because I know some dowries are the other way around. You pay for
Yes,
like
we-
the
yes,
groom
we pay.
pays.
The men, yeah, the
Okay,
men
okay.
pay.
The groom
Yeah.
pays.
Because some people it's
Yeah,
the
well,
some people it's the other way around.
No, depending on which part of Uganda you're from, but
Okay.
a lot of the majority of tribes in Uganda, the man pays.
So, Carly, the point I'm
Okay.
making to you, I have a very strong feeling this person did not pay dowry. I'm
I
telling you that.
100%. I doubt that. I highly
Yeah,
doubt
you
that.
did. They was white. They were.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, these are-
you want me
these
to
are white
remove
people.
dowry?
These are
Okay,
white
I'll
people.
remove
Oh,
dowry.
look, see? Igbo people. These are Igbo people.
I will remove dowry. Yes.
Okay.
But even with dowry taken away, that is my wife.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
cool.
If you
That's
as a
crazy.
man, because to me it's ego.
I agree.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be doing up porn star with your daughter. She'll be
still-
screwing
I
down.
don't
have control.
know that, though.
She's not gonna be
Because
screwing-
if you
Nah, I
are,
will.
You gonna know it, all right. You gonna know it, all right, if we doing it.
But that's what I'm saying. Am I gonna walk?
No.
Wait, I don't want to hear
He
that.
was like,
though.
hey, it ain't no quiet fucking in my house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why we're saying we're not gonna be doing
Do you know
all
what I
this
mean?
extra shit in
Yeah.
the house. It's just out
I'm
of
not gonna
respect.
fuck. That's crazy. That's, yeah.
I'm a
But
fuck,
see,
but
that's
we
I
gonna
don't
be
know
respectful.
that.
quiet,
I don't
fucking
know
like a
that.
mouse.
Oh,
But it's
then
not.
why
Okay,
don't you
wait.
man
Hold
to
on.
man?
Hold on. DT,
Wait,
let
how does that
me.
conversation go? Tell me how that conversation goes.
Hey,
Don't
I'm
talk
fucking
this
your
shit,
daughter.
I'm talking
That's
to
what.
you.
That's I'm fucking your daughter. That's what it is.
Confirm. Dick
Yes.
in
What's
your
gonna happen?
daughter's
Come on.
Next week
pussy.
you wake up in
Confirm.
heaven.
That's okay.
It
okay.
happens
Next week you
many
wake up in
times.
heaven.
Hold on,
You
hold
wake
on,
up
hold
in heaven. That's what
Hey,
happens.
only if
You're
you
not
only
about
if
to
you
come
get
and
me
tell me
first.
that to my
Only if you get
face.
me first. We dying together, nigga. That's I'm coming in swinging. In this situation, first of all, we're putting it all on the dad, but it seems like both parents. In this situation, I'm coming back. I'm fist fighting both the parents. If I was in this situation, that's crazy. But okay,
You are
it's
good.
interesting.
I'm
it's
not
interesting
coming back.
I'm coming back, and I'm using the fucking front door to enter the fucking car. Like I'm driving through the living room on the way back. DT, it seems
The
like
truth
you
of the matter is,
identify-
most of the man them are sleeping on the couch. That's the truth.
Who?
Most of you man are sleeping on
On
the
God.
couch. That's
On
the
God.
truth.
God is my witness. I'm not sleeping on the couch.
It's not happening. That's not
I'm not
happening.
sleeping on the couch.
It's not happening.
You know,
It's
you
not
know,
happening.
you know
Not
what
to
we-
my,
you know
not
how
to
we
my
feel
wife.
about
Not,
couch
I'm not
surfers?
sleeping on the couch
Not
with
to
my wife.
nobody.
No, not
Not
if
to
I got a
nobody,
wife.
but yeah.
No, because we
Not
had
to
a
nobody.
conversation like this
Yeah,
before.
but let's just focusing on wife. But yeah.
Indeed, if it's my wife, fuck no, I'm not sleeping on no
That's
couch in the
crazy.
common area.
Wait, but yo, DT, I wanted to ask you something because it seemed like you identified first with the role of being the father, and I think there's low key a lot to be said about the way men kind of view like the women in our lives. Like there's some weird shit going on that I want to try and see what's up because niggas seem real mad about their daughters fucking in a way that's like, what's going on there? Like. That's your child. They're grown, and now you're obsessed with their sexuality in a weird way that you're not about your son. But we can get into that. First thing, if you're the man, if you're the
He's
husband,
spun it.
you're telling me to make peace with another grown man. You're scooched up fetal position on a funky couch, sleeping on a throw pillow to make shit work. You're cool with that? As a grown ass man married to a grown ass wife, you're cool with that?
Okay, can I
As a
can I
man.
respond to that? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All
No,
right.
don't talk.
Going back to what I
Just
said
listen.
earlier on.
Sorry.
If you remember exactly. Yeah. there
Every
you
time
go.
you wanna say something,
Now you listen.
Okay, yeah.
Now you listen. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
So I already said that part, the couch part for me. Yeah, that's a madness. I can't defend that one.
Okay.
But what I'm talking about, like excluding the couch part, the point I'm making is, let's say if there's a spare room or whatever it is.
Okay. Spare room, yeah.
My main point is, from where I come from anyways, utmost respect is always to the parents, right? So if you're going to visit the parents' house with your wife and they have certain rules in terms of like in their home, women, like you're not sharing space with in the same room with your other half, wherever it is. As long as they provide you with a bed or wherever it might be, you can't have a tantrum over that. That's my point.
Is he sleeping with his wife?
You can't be willing to break up.
Is he sleeping with his wife though? He got his wife in his bed?
But you're in their home.
No, but if the roles are reversed and they've come to visit you.
Yeah, if they come to visit you and they say that's
exactly
their rules,
them.
If they say that's their rules, that's it. But the point I'm making here is this, the part you lot are ignoring is this, these are your parents. These are parents.
They're not my parents.
So you're comparing yourself. Exactly. They're not your parent. Exactly my point. So you come in my house, I'm saying, no, that's not happening. What I'm saying is that you're putting yourself at the same level as, if they can do that, we should be able to do that too. But there's that respect level should always be there. Anyways, from where I'm from, that's the thing.
I hear what you're saying.
So for me, the couch, I disagree with. I will probably, like my man did, I'll probably go and sleep somewhere else. Now I'll go and sleep somewhere else. I'll go look for a hotel and sleep there.
But then they've told you to come back.
I'll come back the next day.
No, but they told you to come back and sleep on the couch. That's what they've told you.
No, all of that overpowers the madness. But the truth of the matter is the fact that they said that, you know that he left on a matting. You know he didn't leave on a, I'll see you guys in the morning. I got a bad back. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, because ultimately, I feel where you're coming from, because me and Eddie had a conversation like this similarly, and I was really on your side from what you're saying, because, like, hey, it's all about, like, the house politics of where they're at. I'm in their space. I get it. None of that. I'm keeping the peace for the most part, but I do have certain hills I'm going to die on. If I'm married and you just, like, on some weird power trippy shit, like, oh, no, you can't share a bed with in here. That's weird as fuck to me. I could see if we was just dating, or we was just like girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm like, all right, cool. And you make me sleep in a separate room. I get it, but that's my wife.
I accept.
What do you like? What do you think is not gonna happen in your house that we already have it done?
See,
like, I mean,
and this is my issue.
I think it's just
marriage or dating or any of that. It's
and you do
like,
know, when you're on a couch, that's a vulnerable position, you know.
For what? This motherfucker just thinking a whole different type of situation.
For what?
It's a vulnerable position. There's no privacy.
It's true though.
You know what I mean? You're just there with your boxers. Every time they walk, footwear, the light comes on.
I agree with you,
That's true.
We all agree on the couch. That's safe to say.
The couch thing is a madness.
Can I interject?
Couch is a madness.
Oh yeah, well, one thing I think is an issue is like the whole language that you're using, DT, of like you got to respect the parents, upmost. I think, and maybe it's a cultural difference. Fair enough. I'm not, really
and that's
with
what I
that.
think it is.
Yeah, that's because I'm not really with any
thing.
of that. Like respect your elder shit. Because for me, there's I'm not with that. I'm not with fuck all that. No. Because. No. I'm not.
Fuck the elders, nigga.
Hey, I know, right?
I know that sounds wild, but the problem is when it comes to these conversations about like respect, we mean like wild different things by that word respect. Like I respect everybody, and I respect people who are my superiors in certain situations. I respect my friends. I respect my partners. The idea
you don't respect motherfuckers telling him not to bike on the sidewalk, though. I'll tell you that much.
I don't respect that shit. I do not respect that. I don't respect Karens. I don't respect Karens. I do not respect the Karen. I'm a bike where the fuck I want to bike.
Nah.
But no, when we talk about respect to elders, a lot of times what we mean is defer to elders, treat elders as an authority in our life. And that's what we mean by that word respect. So if you want to say respect the elders and respect that they have knowledge and respect the, if they're, because sometimes they're like physically weaker, help them out. Like, cool. That's me treating you as a human. But if
100%.
by respect you mean treat you as my superior, get the fuck out of here. We can fight about it. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like I'm 45. I'm a 45-year-old man married to a wife, and I gotta check in with you, another grown man, to figure out what I'm doing with my wife. I don't give a fuck about.
No, but you're in my house.
What does that mean?
Okay.
What you mean? I can't imagine what
there's
does that
limits.
mean.
There's limits to that. Because when
then I won't come to your house.
When your
Then that's
parents
cool,
come to your house,
I don't want to come to
when
your
your
house.
parents come to your house,
That is-
do you how
What?
strict do you get in terms of rules of what they can do in your house? When your in-laws come over the house, you say, "Yo, you got to sleep in different beds. You can't lower your fucking voice." Like how much?
For me, I also
No,
know what
don't disrespect my
They're
wife.
still grown.
No, don't disrespect my wife. But other than that, there's not much.
That's
Can I
disrespecting.
interject here quickly?
Telling them to separate is disrespecting her husband. So I'm not doing that. But I will say, and sorry, Mulinde.
Not really.
One last little point I'll make is that
No, go ahead, bro. No,
that should have been a thing that the girl brought up first. I should not be surprised with, y'all have some wild ass rules. I should be like,
100%.
I have to
So
sleep
that's his
separately.
wife then. He needs to have that conversation with.
I agree, but she should have left with him. The wife is tripping because the wife put him in a surprise situation to follow some rules that he didn't sign up for. If I was in that situation and my wife says, hey, in my parents' household, couples can't sleep together, I go, cool, we're not staying there. We're going to get a hotel room. I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Facts.
If you tell me there's a restaurant and you got to have a fucking suit on
That's
and I don't
how
have
I
a
would've
suit,
done
I don't
with
go to
that.
that restaurant.
Simple.
That's how I would have dealt with that. Perfect. I'm like, look,
That's
listen.
But see, the thing about that
we got
is-
jet. Let's jet.
I saw the second half of that story though. Like the dad is really on some bullshit. Like he's like mad controlling. Like he throws temper tantrums. Like he makes everyone.
See, that's why you switch
everybody
sides.
else's lives
You didn't tell me
miserable.
there was another side to this.
No.
Oh no.
Hear the story.
There's a part. There's a
No, I
part
said there's
two.
another side to it.
And we ain't.
See,
we,
he
we
knew
ain't
about
got.
the party. That's
100%
why.
though.
Because remember, he said he was on my side initially, but he switched
Oh
sides.
no.
He knew
No.
about the
See,
party.
I'm still on your side. I'm just giving you more context.
I didn't know it was
situation.
off of an ego. If it was off of an ego, then no,
It
we're
is.
we're
It's
scrapping.
100% ego. It's 100. It's the
No,
dad
then we're
has his ego,
scrapping.
but the husband
We're
also
gonna
has his
scrap.
ego too. And I have my ego.
Okay,
in the
Josh,
same
tell us
situation.
what happened.
Well, basically, like the dad just like has hella ego. Like just he starts shit, and then like if he doesn't get his way, like he'll just make everybody else's lives miserable. That's why the daughters was like coming down so hard on the husbands. Like just please cave in. Like it's gonna be like a big thing. If you don't, he's making our lives miserable. We're the ones that got to live with him and stay with him and be around all this shit. Plus they haven't been around each other in a long time, so that was making it really difficult for them. That's why they were saying like, yo, please just suck it up. But to make a long story short, he actually had a long sit down with them, and then he ended up paying for them to come with him on a separate trip without the daughters telling their parents that they were going, and they just
Well,
kind
he
of
paid for the daughters to come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that apparently
So
that
like
nigga is a
the husband,
Yeah,
the husband was like, fuck it, I'll take all of y'all out of this controlling
Yeah.
nigga's house. We'll all go on a vacation
Boss
without
shit.
we'll all just do something ourselves. Yeah.
Okay, that's big man shit. That's big man shit.
I love that.
Yeah,
because
and that's it. And that's
Because
it.
sometimes there's that abusive man presence in a home, and it's like you gotta set that straight early. Like when you're talking about peace, I feel like sometimes peace is about checking a motherfucker early. Because I feel like if you try and lead with peace early, now you're gonna be conceding for the rest of that relationship. They're gonna be beating your ass. They're gonna be checking
Okay,
you.
and
You
this
gotta
is-
immediately.
This
yo,
is the
we're
point
not
I was
doing
trying to
that.
make actually. When you what you just said, right, is my nan has always embedded this in my mind. She says, start how you aim to finish.
100%.
Yes.
Especially when you're with your in-laws, you have to set your
Yes.
boundaries from the get-go.
Immediately.
If you start rolling over, you'll be doing roly-polies for the rest of your life. Just there,
You
rolling,
are here
rolling,
to
rolling.
take somebody's daughter.
Jack and Jill.
And you are here setting
100%
boundaries.
though.
No,
Any-
I've already taken her.
Yeah, she's on. We already
taken her.
fucking.
She's
We've already
already
met her
After you've
regularly.
already-
Come on.
You've lied.
No,
You've
but
pretended
D,
about
D,
your character.
D, let me tell you something. It starts with sleeping on the couch. Then it will be, you can't do that with your child. You have babies. They'll
Yes.
start telling you can't do
Yes.
this. You can't do that. You can't circumcise. You can't. No. This is why you
gotta
set
put
your
the baby in
boundaries.
this
Like,
school.
hey,
So you must sleep in the same room with my daughter.
yes.
Yep.
Oh,
yes.
that's
Yo.
where it starts from. Okay.
Hey, yo, what if they was just like starting imposing
100%.
jailhouse rules? Like just anytime the in-laws came over. Yo, nah, you can't sit down when you can't sit down on this toilet while I'm in the house.
Let me tell you
Lights
something.
out, nigga.
You see the dad, yeah? He may be annoyed, but deep down, he will respect you because you stood your
Yeah.
ground.
Real talk.
You stood your
Probably.
ground. Whereas if
He's
you
going to be a
rolled
lot
over-
less likely to talk shit in the
And
future if you
you
go
can-
like, look,
Exactly.
we gonna have to fight about
you
it.
can tell a man that can come up with that sort of talk has got no wisdom, bro. I got no respect for him.
No respect, bro.
I got no respect for him. I'll tell him
okay.
to shut up. I'll tell him to go eat.
You're
an
not gonna
ass.
do that though. That's the truth.
I will.
Man,
I will.
just
If you
talking.
No, I've seen that happen.
Me, I don't believe in this age bullshit. You know.
No, for me, I don't talk. I just listen, but I will leave.
Yeah.
I will leave and I will not come back. That one.
There you go. I
I
will
will
do
not
that.
be coming back.
But I'm mad at
would
the
do
wife.
that.
and I'll
Because if
tell
I
my
leave,
wife, I'll tell my wife, you tell your family why I've left. No one should call my phone. No one should text me.
don't hit me
You
up.
understand?
But see,
Don't
the
hit me
wife
up.
should have left with him. That's disrespectful as fuck.
He wants them to text him.
That's disrespectful as fuck for the wife to not leave with him. I'm like, if I leave on some shit like
Yeah.
that, you need to be. I'm not gonna say, oh, you don't have to come with me. We're getting in the car. Let's hop the fuck out.
No, but you know what it
Otherwise,
is?
we're
Women
single.
always
Yeah.
tend to
And you know,
fold for the family
They
side.
do.
That's the
No,
thing.
not true.
They
Not
always
true.
tend to
Not
do
true.
that.
Not true. Not true.
I don't know, because
Not
I was
all
about
of
to ask
them,
if
not all
I'm
of
jaded,
them.
because I would
I'm
rarely
not saying all. I didn't say
expect-
all, but I said women tend to. Go on.
Yeah,
Go on,
because
Josh.
I would just rarely expect for my woman to take my side in that situation. Because it's like, I don't know if I'm jaded
Really?
of that. Because when me and you were talking about it,
Yeah.
he was like, nah, fuck that. And I'm like, well, damn, is something wrong with me? Like, should I be expecting more from my relationship?
Yes.
Like,
Because they gonna be her family regardless. She has to. She
Yeah.
has to prove the
Yeah.
nature of the relationship to you. So if she goes, yeah, look, this is the person I'm building my life with. You got to prioritize that. The family gonna be there. Like if she chooses you in that moment, they're not gonna be like, yo, fuck you, you're disowned. But that might destroy the integrity of our relationship. So if I get into a situation and I go to and my
I like
daughter,
this guy, bro.
my wife comes over to my family's house and my family is being disrespectful, or maybe I'm not sure if it's disrespect. Maybe I think that my girlfriend is tripping and I'm not 100% sure. Unless I know my girlfriend is tripping, I'm leaving with her. Are you okay? I'm making sure she's all right. I'm driving her home. I'm comforting her.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah,
at the end of
yeah.
the day she was tripping. But if it's not,
remember,
unless
you
she
did
comes
say-
over and starts calling people niggas, then okay, maybe I stay with the family. But otherwise, and she's white.
Well,
in
you
this
did
situation,
say in that
then, you know, yeah.
story they were trying to reconnect.
Yeah.
You did say they've not really spent a lot of
That's
time.
not my
with it.
business, bruv. Do that. out
No,
of
I'm
hours.
talking about what I'm talking about. That could have played a part
Of why she
in
stayed.
her making a decision of like, look, listen, I've been at odds with my family for a very long time.
Right.
This is the one-time opportunity.
Well, then
we're
you
trying
still
to patch
fucked
things
up. You still fucked
and
up.
this is
You
happening.
put me in a situation where I got to sleep on a couch for you to rekindle shit with your family.
No, but maybe
thrown me
she
to the
didn't
fucking
know
I
the
know
rules
how
have
you feel
changed.
about couches.
She didn't know the rules have changed.
Nah, bro.
She shouldn't. Then still, you
I
should leave
feel
with the
you.
I
husband.
can't sleep
I
on no
feel-
couch, man.
It's like that situation. The dad and the son were arguing, and the daughter came. No, the son told the daughter to sit down, and the dad said, "Don't sit down." And she didn't know what to do, so she stayed standing up. And he's like, "Bro, why are you not listening to me? Why are you listening to your dad?" It's that kind of situation. Like, I feel like I'm your family now, bro. I come first.
I think it depends.
Hey, one thing
That
you
one
gotta
is a
forget
complicated
is-
one.
yeah, that's a.
Like I agree, because I'm from the same thinking, but like that's a weird like commanding. Like you shouldn't be listening to nobody in that situation. Like you a
No,
grown ass
yeah,
adult
you
woman.
should-
Why you
Right.
got niggas telling you to
You
sit
should
up
just
and
leave
sit
in that
down?
situation.
Yeah, you should just walk the
I mean,
fuck out. Yeah.
Nah, do you know what? My bad. I haven't explained it well because of time.
But I
It's
get what
much
you're saying,
bigger than
but yeah.
that. But yeah.
That
It was just one
kind
of
of
those things
thing.
of who do you listen to? Who do you
Yeah.
listen to? Like your dad or your husband? You know.
But
and
I think
just
it's also
leave it
like-
out.
Guys, remember, a father is a daughter's first love.
Oh, fuck
I'm just
outta here with
throwing
that
that out.
shit,
I'm just
man.
throwing that out
This
there
is
for you guys
weird,
to
nah,
deal with.
man.
Fuck, man.
I'm
That's
just throwing
weird
that
as
out there
fuck.
for you guys to deal with.
That's weird.
I'm
That's
just
how it
saying.
starts.
Nah,
That's how it starts.
hold on. That's weird.
We got to break that cycle.
Nah, we got to break this down. Because
Your daughter can't be the one that actually teach you that that girls are human beings, bro.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
crazy as
I
fuck.
hear
That's
that.
crazy as fuck. No, your daughter
I'm
is
just
your
saying that. But
your
that
dad
is
is your
though.
first parent, my nigga. They're not your first love. That's weird as fuck. Cause see, this
It
is
is.
like that whole thing that you're saying. And I'm not putting this on you, and I'm not saying
Oh,
like
it is?
nothing negative.
It is.
But
wait, you wouldn't
it's
tell-
very it gives very incest vibes. This like cause I feel like a lot of men have this weird ass obsession with their daughter's sexuality, and it's only their daughters. It's not their sons. It's only
true.
like it's only dads with their daughters. It's not moms with their sons.
Can
it's
I
not
explain
moms with
that
their
from a
daughters.
man that's
It's
got
dads
daughters?
and their daughters? Yeah.
Can I explain that from a man? I got two
Okay,
girls.
you got two daughters. Okay,
And I tell you
yeah.
look, the reason why, yeah?
Yeah, all right. Let me wait. Me
From
or
my
him? Because I feel like
perspective-
both.
Don't talk,
Okay.
just listen. Be careful. I'm just warning you.
Exactly, please, yeah, just listen. It's time to listen now, guys. Yeah.
Damn, I fought you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, daddy's talking.
Yeah.
Daddy's talking.
Y'all gotta listen. Pay attention.
Okay.
Right. So, not for me personally, is mainly being overprotective, and that comes from being out here in the streets, right? And you see what goes on with women out here. You got friendship groups. You know about situations. Women getting trains random. Sometimes you've been on the team that was running the train. You know what going on.
So okay. So let
And
me.
it's
In the
like
caboose.
it's like a
this
flashback.
This is the nonsense. This
Every
is the
time you look,
nonsense.
it's like a flashback in your mind.
Okay,
and
no.
you're like thinking,
Let me ask you a
It's
question.
gonna try and happen to my daughter, and I feel like that's the mindset.
You're about to
Okay,
enter
let
therapy.
me. What? Yeah, because that's okay. So first of all,
Well,
because I feel like shit can get kind of personal when we talk to. How old are your daughters? Just so I have emotional context.
No,
for this
they're very
convo.
very young, but
Okay,
8
that
and
makes
7.
it that maybe makes it worse because I don't want to talk about your specific daughters because I feel like they
Yeah,
would get
please
too
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
specific. You know
Don't
what
let
I'm
us
saying?
everything lock off.
Yeah, exactly. Because then we start by, hey, nigga, what the fuck you say? Like, doing all that shit. So just daughters in general. Two of my questions are girls that are getting trains ran on them, or the kinds of things that you're talking about. What's wrong with that specifically, and how are you viewing those women? Like, what do you think of those women?
Interesting.
Let me be real.
Yeah.
I just like, I can't let this happen to my daughter.
No, wait. But you're skipping the middle thought. You're skipping the middle thought.
No, that's the thing. Because you seem like you've done a lot of research and trying to find out, like therapy, trying to find out.
Like I said, I don't know, nigga.
Wrong.
I just know it ain't happening to my daughter.
I'm just telling you exactly.
That's where he's at.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
I'm keeping it real with you, bro.
No, I know. A lot of people are at that point, but I'm just like, aren't you curious about where that thought is coming from? Because it's not coming from nowhere. Like, what's in between there?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? Because it seems like you're skipping like 20 different thoughts to get to like, that can't happen to my daughter. It's like, okay, cool. Is there something bad happening? And if so, why is it bad? And what's bad about those women? And if it's bad, why are you doing it to women and you're okay with that? But you're not okay with it happening to a woman that you feel some connection to? Like, what's going on? Don't talk.
But you know what?
Just
you know
listen.
What? Nah. I'm not going to lie. You spun me there.
You did.
Because we are here over enjoying other people's daughters.
Exactly.
And it's almost like the reality hits us when we're looking at
Our
us.
daughters.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yes,
But
we're over
why?
fornicating.
Right. So ask the question. Like, it's.
That's the thing. I guess I'm not quite there yet, personally.
Hold on, I think,
but
wait. Hold, DT, hold on real quick, because I think I lost Josh. So I just want to pause, and then if you can just finish the thought once we get him back on. Let me just see what happens.
Cool. Yeah, this therapy is serious.
I'm telling you, I wasn't expecting this spin.
I wasn't expecting it to be serious until he brought up. Because when he brought up, I was like, we gotta talk about this. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah, Josh.
Hey, but
Josh, where you at, man?
I'm hitting him up now to see what's up. But yo, I wasn't. Yeah, when you said that you had daughters, I was like, oh shit, this finna be too like
We finna get
too
into
close to the
something.
check.
Yeah,
I was like, because I thought we were talking hypothetical. Because when you can't play about people's
Nah.
family, you know what I'm saying? When you start talking, and then it's like, oh nigga, what you mean by that? I was like, oh fuck this nigga.
No, and
He
I
had
guess
two
that's why
actual
I'm taking the
daughters,
side I took, because it's like,
But that's the thing. I've got a daughter too. But I just try to not think about it. So you see where DT would be like, oh yeah, I don't want my daughter.
Yeah, you're
I
thinking
haven't
too
even
much.
got there.
Yeah, you're just skipping the thought.
I'm on the same page as you though. But the only problem, I'm thinking from other perspective of the scenario of why our father would want to behave that way.
And that's it. I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but with me,
So I'm not
I
thi-
try to.
So what I'm essentially saying is not like, yo, I'm gonna be that dad. Like, oh, you.
No, I know. You're just saying it because obviously you are
I'm
a
trying
father.
to tap into
But
that.
the reason why I'm not
yeah.
tapping into it because I don't want to think about it. Do you get it?
Because you know, that's why I'm looking
I
at
don't
my
want to think about.
brother.
I'm thinking about it from my perspective
Yo,
now.
guys,
being
real
a
quick,
husband.
I'm gonna give Josh like 5 minutes to try and get back
That's
in
cool.
because I'm not here. It might have been like his power might have went off or some shit like that. So I'm gonna give him like 5 minutes.
It's
to see if I,
it's the lighting.
I don't know. Like it might because his
The
whole shit just
neon
turned
lights.
off.
Oh, is that the neon?
No.
I told you the
Like
neon
his
lights.
electric. What do y'all call power? Electricity? What do y'all call it? Like the electricity flowing to the home.
I mean, you lot call it power.
It's-
power?
No, we call it electricity.
Yeah, we call it electricity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
electricity.
power.
Electricity.
Bro,
yeah,
no.
it's
We call it the
electricity.
lecky. The
The
lecky.
lecky. Okay, really? Okay.
Yeah.
You know you don't, do you?
Nah, he just.
Yeah,
no.
you're just making
White
it
people
up.
call it lecky.
White people
no,
lecky,
I swear
okay.
down. White people call it. I'll go and put the lecky on.
Okay, got you.
So you know, like
yeah,
here, I
y'all
don't
get
know in
real
America,
technical
do you-
with shit. Like y'all call everything real technical. Like it's or maybe it's not in the UK, but like rubbish bin instead of trash can. It's just like why are we getting so
Yeah,
technical
yeah,
with it?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Very,
We actually had
very
an
long
American on the
words.
So
podcast.
how
with
about when
American.
you lot have like a plastic bin? You still call it a can?
It's a plastic can, nigga. Yeah. What you
Oh,
mean? It's a can made of plastic.
Nah. Do you lot have plastic bins? I don't think they do.
We have trash cans that are made of plastic. Yeah. We don't call it different shit based on what it's made out of. What you
I've
mean?
never seen that in a movie. I've always seen.
But they
the
still call
trash
it a can anyways. I know.
And they call
Oh
it
wait. So
aluminum.
are y'all talking about that cartoon trash can that like Oscar the Grouch lives in?
Yeah.
Nobody has that in real life. Like that's
That's
just
what I'm saying. They
You're
don't.
lying.
That's like a
I'm telling you,
cartoon
they don't.
shit.
They've got the same.
You're
it's
lying.
regular.
They're not the same
It's
things we do.
plastic polymer bins, but you just call it a trash can.
It's crazy.
That is mad.
They just don't care.
No, I just feel like because
Or rubbish bin. Do y'all call it a rubbish bin?
Yeah, or a
That's
bin. Who's got
cartoonish.
time?
Rubbish.
Or a bin. We just call it a bin.
We call it a lift. You call it an escalator. You lot are just
elevator.
long for no reason.
Elevator.
Elevator. What's the
The
elevator?
Escalator is the moving, is
escalator.
the stairs. That's the same thing. Y'all
Oh,
call it
that's the
escalator
stairs.
too.
The lift.
Wait, do y'all just
Yeah.
call it stairs?
No.
What do y'all call escalator? Do y'all just call escalator?
No, we
Y'all just
call
call
it
everything stairs?
I think that one, we agree with that one.
We agree
We're
with
on
Okay,
escalator on
escalator.
that one.
We call it a lift. We don't call it elevator.
You lot call it elevator. Some people call it elevator here though.
I feel like I've called it elevator.
Yeah, you have. We mix and
mix.
match.
Lift
and
lift
match.
is better.
Depends on the
Lift is
mood.
better. Actually, lift is
Yeah.
better. I actually prefer that. Yeah, because it sounds
Lifting you
more.
up.
It lifts you up. It sounds like kind of. It's warm and it's like invited. You know, it's like an elevator sound like some industrial shit. But a lift is like, oh, I'm just gonna take the lift up to my girlfriend's apartment. It's like it's kind of.
exactly, yeah.
I don't know. It feels better.
Well, you
Yeah.
still think plastic is can?
Rubbish bin. It sounds so wanky. I'm gonna toss it into
sounds
the
so
rubbish
wanky.
bin.
No, we just
rid of
said
the rubbish.
bin.
Nah, you
you just say
oh, your
bin?
brother, I beg you put that in the bin for me. Put that in the bin for me.
Put that in the bin for me.
That's too
please.
short.
Yeah.
That's too short. Because we don't say put it in the can. That's crazy. We would never say like just toss it in the can. You say the trash
How
can.
about you?
Or you would say
toss
or
in
you-
the trash.
Yes, you would say that. You say put it in the trash. Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Trash,
is
okay,
like
cool.
descriptive. But you would never say like, yeah, let me throw this away in the can. That would sound weird.
Would you never say toss it in the trash? Toss it?
Yeah, toss it in the
Toss
trash.
it in the trash?
Toss it in the trash. Yeah, that's
it in the
that's like a
trash.
Midwest. That's like that Fargo
Midwest.
accent. Oh yeah, don't you know
Toss
you
it
gotta
in the
toss it in
trash.
the trash, yeah. That's good. Mulinde, you got that one down pat. Okay, Josh he's gonna be back in a second. He's trying to figure it out, but we can continue with what we were saying.
Cool.
So, I think
Cool.
DT, you were saying like you're at that point where you're like, I don't want to see that happen to my daughter. But okay, fair enough. Maybe you haven't thought about it. I would suggest that, and I'm just going to tell you my full take, and you can
Right
disagree with it, think about it more later. I'm just going to tell you what I think is going on.
Go on.
I feel like men, not you, and their daughters, not yours, just niggas and their daughters, have this kind of emotional, sort of incestuous relationship where we view their sexuality as like a continuation of ours. And we view sex as inherently disrespectful to women. That sex is something that like men gain like clout off of by taking away from
Right.
women, as opposed to it being this like collaborative, like we're fucking, I'm getting you off, you're getting me off, we're enjoying ourselves, we're having fun together. It's like it's not a conversation, it's like a fight. It's how niggas view sex. So we're going like, if I'm fucking a girl, I don't respect her. I'm getting power off of this situation. Oh, we're fucking her. You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Right.
And so we
I know
view
about
because
such
we have
harm,
this.
I'm gonna push back.
Oh no, I want you to, but I'm gonna finish out what I think
Yeah.
is going on, and you tell me what you think.
Of course,
And so I think
yeah.
we relate to our daughter's sexuality so much that we're thinking, in order for someone to have sex with my daughter, they must inherently be disrespecting her because sex with a man is disrespectful for women, because that's how I view it, and therefore it's like by proxy disrespect to me. So it's this weird incest. And low-key, not everybody, I feel like some niggas get real deep into it where it's like they low-key kind of want to fuck their daughters. And because they can't,
That's
they
crazy.
get into this. No,
Yeah.
and I'm not, obviously I'm not talking about you. But like, Donald Trump, the pageants, the beauty pageants, the promise rings where daughters are like promising
Yeah,
their
that's
virginity
insane.
to their own fathers. It's like niggas want to fuck their daughter. They know they can't. So instead they are happy to like view this kind of like monogamy relationship with their daughter. Like, you got to save your virginity for me for as long as you can, because if you fuck another man, that's cheating on me. It's like, that's pedophile talk. So that last point doesn't necessarily apply here, but I think that first part does. So that's my take.
So for me personally, with my situation, the honest truth is I have definitely thought about everything.
Okay.
I'm not one of those fathers. Like, I've already accepted that part in my mind. I have. I promise you I have.
I'm not there yet.
It is what it is. I have accepted that part. My main part is just that I will try my best to ensure the most I can do is raise her the best I can. And the rest of it, whatever decision she makes, whatever makes her happy, I have to support her with that. That's where I'm at with it. However, with my take on what you guys are saying is me tapping into what it is kind of like. That part is there of being a father to girls. So I'm able to tap into why some men might want to behave in that way. So I'm able to kind of tap in also into terms of like my upbringing of my culture, being that respect to your parents I'm able to also tap into that. That doesn't necessarily mean me personally, I'm that strict or I subscribe to that, right? And then going back to some of the stuff you're talking about, women giving themselves away, sleeping with different. For me personally, I think if you're getting trains ran on you left, right, and center by everyone.
What if it's just a little bit?
It
a little
does.
Caboose. Not regular trains, but just on,
If it's like maybe,
monthly, a couple of times, like a few trains, not everywhere all the time, but just a couple of trains ran.
If it's like maybe
as a treat on vacation.
I'm young.
Yeah.
I just want to experience what this is like, and then boom,
Yeah.
cool, tick that off, cool. But
Okay.
if that's like something you generally do and you just sleep with random people, for me, I would disagree with you on that part. That does take away from you as a woman. That does devalue you. Because I think men and women were kind of different to an extent. Because a man sleeps with 1,000 women, society generally brands him as, he's a sniper, he's a
Sharpshooter.
he's a sharpshooter, he's a woman type. But a woman sleeping with 1,000 guys, everybody knows you're not gonna want to marry her. That's just a reality that the man them just have to be honest about.
Can
and
I
tell the
ask a
truth.
question there?
Go on.
And maybe you had more to your point that I've not gotten yet, but I'm just wondering, do you think that society dictates what is correct and should be valued?
To a certain extent.
To a certain degree, because everybody, which I think is a problem for everyone as well, by the way. I feel like we all, to a degree, look for affirmation from others in every decision
From
we
our
try to
peers.
make in life, from our peers.
Yeah.
Before you do something, I wonder what Jesse from down the road might think of this, or I wonder what blah, blah, blah might think about this. We all kind of shape our decisions around other people's, outlook on what that decision might be. I feel like we all do that to a degree.
No, that's
I genuinely
true.
feel like
But then I think there's
it would be best though for everyone not to make decision based on what other people would think personally. But
That's my thinking.
Around that, go on.
Can I just say
Yeah, go
something here? I think this is because it's funny that we touched on this topic and in terms of what DT is saying in regards to running trains, yeah. So obviously, I feel like one thing's first, is the older you get, your standards and level changes. Certain things you might not tolerate at a certain age, the older you get, it changes, yeah. So for me, what he's saying, I've had those kind of thoughts where I'm like, okay, cool. Some of the things that we were doing back in the day, like you're saying, like, or people might get involved, like running trains because it was hard to get girls. I sort of think, like, imagine, not even like before you get to the daughter part, you think, imagine someone's done this to a girl that I'm with. You understand? Those thoughts run through your head because it's like, bro,
It's a possibility.
imagine my girl is been violated left, right, center.
See, you see it as a violation.
No.
But see that, and that's the problem
is, but
because
what
it's
I'm
like you're
saying, it's wrong,
doing
but one
something
thing
that
I
you
realize
view
is-
as a violation.
As a
Like,
violation,
think about how
But
crazy
you're
that
still
is.
doing it.
No. But what I'm saying to you, there are certain things that people might have done when you were younger, and then as you get older, it's like you regret it. You're like, because it mentally sometimes scars you. Because now you can't help but think like, what if?
Because I'm
what
saying,
if, what
because you're
if?
always thinking
You
that.
can't
Yeah.
help your thoughts though. But
the
hold
thing
on,
with
aren't
that-
your thoughts your responsibility to some extent? If you go, I did something when I was young that I wouldn't do now that I view as a violation of this person. I did that to someone. 'Cause I'm not saying trains are bad, but you're saying that trains are bad, and you're saying that you're willing to have done them when you were young, and you're not judging. You're expecting somebody to date you as someone who violates, but you're not willing to date somebody who's been violated. That's insane, right?
Yeah.
And that's the point I made. That's the point I brought up earlier on, where I talk
Okay.
about like
Bro.
society or people generally, the way our minds are shaped, we generally rate men more that sleeps with multiple women than women that sleeps around multiple men.
No, I
but
agree.
couple
But
women don't
I
rate
agree,
men
but
like
that's
that.
my point that I was making before, which is like, what is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's like? Do we have any control over our own thoughts a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I just whatever everybody else is thinking is going on? That's what I gotta believe. It's like you can't never get anything done. Like black people would still be doing what we were doing in the '60s. Gay people wouldn't have no rights if we were just stuck with whatever the fuck society is thinking.
Yeah.
You gotta go. What do I think? What do I believe? Like we still couldn't vote if we were trying to think like off in that type of way. You know what I mean?
But I feel like we're finding it very difficult to let go of certain ideologies. It's not, there's so many things.
No, yeah,
but
I get it,
certain
yeah.
ones, men are not trying to give that up.
But are we
because
trying?
It's rooted.
No, for me, I've tried.
All right. Wait.
You tried.
No, me, when I was 16.
You've
I tried when I was 16. Yeah.
No. Big mad thing. I haven't even told you like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Do not say the girl's name.
We wouldn't.
But do you remember my first proper girl?
Yeah.
Bro. So imagine now.
Oh shit,
Bro,
he
I've
showed the
been with her,
picture to the
months,
mandem.
yeah.
It was like
Bro, nah, I've been about 8 months at this point, yeah. Bro, I'm in love, or what I think is love, yeah.
Lost.
Yeah, this girl's got my name tatted on her, everything, yeah.
Oh, like real ink?
Finding out.
Like she actually did this.
Is that
I
a
believe
phrase
so.
or literally?
No, for real, for real,
No,
a tat, yeah. And I just remember her telling me, like, one day, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've got bodies on me, you know. Bro.
Do you guys know what that means?
Oh.
I could have told you that. We invented that. We invented that. I mean, y'all kind of put your phrase. Y'all kind of put
They
Bro, her body count was in, like, I'm talking, like, 16.
And how did that make you feel at 16?
It's not crazy.
Knowing
Wait,
that
wait,
she
wait.
has the same body count as your age.
Is
Yeah,
1.6 at 16 crazy? Like, it's a lot. But it's not, is it
But
crazy?
bear in mind, he was 16.
How many
Bro,
bodies
that
did
is
you have at
crazy.
16? How many bodies did you have at the time?
I think at the time,
That was like his first body.
Oh, he had
I
one.
had like, no, I
Body.
had like 3. I think I had like 3 or 4 bodies, bro. Like,
Okay, so
she had
You did
16.
the same of a body.
So
yeah, she was multiplying on you. So did any homies have
Bro.
like 16, 20
no,
bodies?
no homies. Oh, as in what? As
No,
in-
I'm not saying like were any of her
Yeah.
bodies your
She didn't
homies, but like
smash the homies, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying did any of your homies
No, yeah,
at the
he
time
said
have
yeah.
more bodies than you?
Oh yeah. There was man that were over fornicating. I just was
Yeah,
not a
exactly.
man. I was not a man. Yeah.
Indulging.
My
You were
point
studying.
is- My point is, when I found out this information, I
You
was
couldn't deal with it.
spun.
Yeah. And I feel
wanted
it.
to
I
break
feel
up
you.
with her, but then I was already in love with her. I didn't tell the
Yeah,
mandem
it's too late.
because I was like, if I
It's too
told
late.
the mandem that my girl's got 16
They're
bodies,
roasting you, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, one second. What made I want to tell you this though?
I don't know. I think, do you know what? We were on a spiritual journey.
Spiritual journey.
And we were just in that
I know
place.
exactly what made.
Yeah, so she went.
This guy's gullible, you know.
Yeah, I am, by the way. Very gullible. And I just forget. I let it go and I moved on. So to your
should.
point where you said.
Oh, you broke up with her?
No, I didn't break up with her. We kept going.
You made it work.
Because
Yeah.
I said it is what it is.
But she ended up cheating on you, though,
She
isn't it?
did.
Yeah, she ended up cheating on you.
No. But
She said
I'll tell you something,
17.
No, it was 18, nigga.
Listen,
That's true.
I can't lie to
Oh,
you.
man.
I can't lie to you.
Her body count can vote. That's
And
crazy.
This
Oh man.
is
God damn.
This guy's a comedian, you know.
My nigga. That was
This guy's a
good.
fucking comedian. That was good.
Because you know, as you get older, yeah, you get wiser, yeah.
This brother, you ain't getting wiser, man.
I'm telling you, this is coming because you got to remember, I'm a man that have had different relationships.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say, yeah, is as you get older, yeah, because I reckon, because there was a lot of things that I did that was making me feel a type of way. Because there's a lot of things that we see women and you think, when you see them have a certain thing, that means there must be a certain way. We do that a lot.
Like what?
I don't, like judgmental. Like we might see like, okay, cool. If this girl's got her tongue pierced, that means she must suck dicks.
Really good.
Yeah? No, but it don't mean that. It don't mean
No,
that.
you're right.
It don't mean that.
You're right.
Because some people might just think, I just like it.
I just want to get my tongue
I
pierced.
like, do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So it don't mean
Why do I
that.
feel like Uzi wants to punch man right now? You're very passionate about
No,
this.
it's not. No. Because
I know,
I
he's
used to be
speaking good
judgmental
shit.
myself.
He's
I used to be
thinking,
very
he's
judgmental.
right.
Yeah, there's
He's
certain
right.
things that I might see and I think, like she must be a certain way. But when you start getting like that, but some people might just.
But you're talking about judging.
No.
Let's say you're actually with what Sokali is saying. You're with somebody, and then now you lot are going through this sharing moment, and they now said, you know what?
I had a couple
But
of
that's not somebody I would tell.
Wait, I've been with
Because
50 people.
Sakali, he asked a question that I think I have an answer to. Because he said, or actually I think it was Uzi that said it, but he was like, "Why did she tell me that?" And I would suggest
Right.
that y'all have already kind of low key answered the question because you've been talking about the way people are judgmental, the way society at large has this very specific view of women that's totally just like it's just a totally different rule set. Like for niggas, it's one rule, and then we just have this whole other made up way that we judge a woman for the same thing. You don't think she knows that? Like every girl that gets a train ran on them knows what a train running, like how it's viewed in society. Same thing for niggas.
So why
like
do you think they do it
they're
then?
raising so that because
They have trauma. They
because
have
let me ask
issues.
you a question. If 10 women say, "Yo, we're trying to fuck you right now," would you say yes or no?
Where?
How they look?
And are these
How they look?
women?
Anywhere, nigga, anywhere. Come on, you get my point. You get my
I'll be a
point.
bit skeptical.
Like just
I think I
because
get your
women,
point.
I get your
okay,
point.
but you know what's going on. The answer to
Yeah.
your question, like half the time, is just because women are the same as us. They're just people. They have sexual desires. They want to connect to others. They're trying to have fun. Just the same, literally the
That's
same
nuts.
shit.
But do you genuinely believe
He said that's
if
nuts.
we have a society like this?
Yeah.
No, let's be real. Listen, I'm with you on your thought and everything.
Okay, wait. Just real
Well, I
quick,
think-
because I just had one thing I wanted to finish that thought, but
Go on,
sorry to
go on,
interrupt.
go on.
Just the answer to Mulinde's question, I think, is just like she feels guilty because she knows the judgment exists. So she's looking at this person who she loves enough to have been tatted, etc., and going like, "Hey, there's this thing that society says is bad. Do you still love me?" And so she's looking for that answer. That's what I think.
That's
Because
true,
I've
bro.
had mad girls with high body count be self-conscious about it because they know society same
That's
as you,
true.
and so they find love and they're like, "Okay, this is the final test. Would you love me if I was a worm?" It's the same logic essentially.
But she still
Oh,
ended
wow.
up cheating on him.
Damn, that's why they be asking that
That's
shit?
true. That's true.
Why are you reliving my trauma, bro?
That's true. That's true.
God.
Sorry.
But I think the point still stands. You're right.
See, you
point still
see,
stands,
you
but
made my
you're-
boy cry.
That's
You
fucked
make him
up.
cry.
I'm sorry. Did that happen? She
No,
should have
no,
done that. She should have
bro.
done that.
Is there something
I
to
love
that?
the way you put it, man.
To what?
I mean, that beautifully put, and Eddie was 1,000% correct. But is there something to that, though? Like
which
the
part?
likelihood
Okay,
of being cheated on?
The higher the body count? Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
because-
Thank you.
But so?
No, you're right.
But it depends though. It depends how
I mean, 'cause I
recently
don't
the
wanna
body
say
count was
100%.
updated. It depends
Yeah.
on how recently that. Yeah, because of course it's
let
related.
me show you
but
something,
it
yeah?
doesn't mean
Let me show-
100%. Lots of things like driving a car is completely related to dying in a car accident. It doesn't mean it's 100%. You still get in a car. Like you still live
The
life.
more you drive, your chances are higher.
Exactly, but you still get in a car.
What do you mean?
You still
No,
drive.
the more you drive. Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry, because you drive for a living. I don't mean to be touching
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
But you put on the
Guys,
seatbelt,
don't
you
take it
have safety
personal.
shit.
Don't take
Like,
it personal.
it's not 100%.
I hear it.
But the point I'm making is that, look,
Oh yeah, sorry.
if a woman has slept with, let's say, for example, 30 guys, this is 30 people she's potentially comparing you to. And this is the reason why
Sure.
this is the reason why I genuinely feel like they're more likely to end up cheating on you. Because there's too
Yeah.
many. As guys,
Yeah.
you know this, yeah. Man, am I always, especially the girl you're linking now, she leaves, you're trying to call up old links, see whoever. So a girl that's been with 40, 50 guys, she's got about 20, 30 guys
Rolodex.
trying to
She
see.
got mad contacts.
Trying to hit her up.
All right. I don't know. All right.
Dossier.
All right. All right. Let me, okay. So I'm just, I don't know. For one, and I get we just threw out 30 just as a random number, but 30 ain't that crazy. Especially at our big old
Nah,
age.
nah,
Like 30
exactly,
ain't that
yeah.
crazy at all. And then at the same time, niggas have way more bodies.
Depends what
than
your
that
age
than-
is, though.
Huh?
30 depends on your age.
Yeah.
Yeah, true,
But
but you know.
if 30
I mean-
30 in your 30 in your
30
late
in your-
20s, 30s, 40s is very
Okay,
regular.
No,
Yeah, I
we'll
mean,
do
you know,
this.
yeah, right.
30 in America is nothing. 30 in UK is a lot.
Because there's not a lot of people out there. He said
There's not a lot of people.
the population is too low
Crazy.
to have 30.
I know, Josh.
That's
I
crazy.
do want to
Okay.
finish your point, but yeah, I just want to clarify that what DT said is very true. Like here,
Yeah.
we don't
okay.
ask
It's
for
not as
body
many
count,
people.
but if you volunteer the body
It's in
count,
metric.
I don't think
Okay.
I don't
Can I
think
say
it can be
something?
more
Yeah?
than
Can
10.
I say something to you?
Josh
Boy,
needs to
they
finish
lying.
this.
Josh, listen here. Let me tell you something, yeah. You know what I deeped?
Alright.
You know what I deeped, yeah? Let me tell you what the problem is, yeah, Josh. The problem about the UK is, yeah, the UK is so small. That's where the problem is, yeah.
Yeah.
And I explain to you now.
That's true.
I can, if a girl that I'm with now is slept with 20 guys, yeah?
Chances are you know one or two of them, man.
Yeah. And that's
What chances are? Nigga, we only separated from each other by 6 degrees, bro.
Yeah.
We only separated by 6 degrees, my nigga. Like, she just not telling you, or y'all just don't know. Y'all could be cousins.
And I think,
literally.
I don't know what's up.
No, do you know what Josh? You know what Josh is saying? It's all right. Do you know what Josh is saying? It's all right. Yeah, women don't see nothing wrong in introducing their current man to a guy they used to fuck.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh yeah, that's Josh. Oh, he's an old friend.
But this
Niggas
is the
do
thing.
that too.
I think that's what our
why we
main
bullshit?
issue
Niggas
is.
do that shit too. Come on.
Let's be real, yeah.
No, I'll never. But listen, if I go
Josh.
into a spot, no, Uzi, if I go into a spot and I'm with my girl and I see a thing that
I'm leaving.
I'm going the other direction. I don't want to be in that situation. What?
I mean, look, I get it. When with the clarity of the proximity of people, it's so much smaller. Like y'all, it's so much less people.
That's what the problem is with us here.
I understand more so than that. Because I mean, like, you know, when you start getting into that the mixed friend groups, and then like, you know, my homie smashed my ex, and then like it's a lot of that going on, or just
it's
the
long.
proximity.
I you know what?
Not a lot of that. But originally, what I was trying to say was, back to the original point was, are you really comparing your current girl to a lot of your past women? Because if a girl that you fucking with, I mean, I know we all compare, but like, is it to that severity when it gets to like this body count conversation? Because most of the girls I've had sex with, I honestly don't even remember. Yeah, it's like. That I really remember.
I think for guys it's different.
Now we got to think about the heart body count though, because I definitely do compare between girls that I loved. That's
there
different.
You go.
Sure. But that's different.
But that's
a girl
what
that
with women,
fucked 60
though.
niggas is
women,
not the same thing as if she had 17
No, but
boyfriends.
with women, they gotta really feel you though. With a woman, for a woman to slip with you, she's gotta feel you to a degree.
So she felt every nigga on the train. What is it, Snowpiercer? No, she didn't. Come on, what do you mean?
Oh, but then that's
you don't have to feel every man in the train.
Yo, this curve to the left. Oh my God, he's my
I
soul
remember
mate.
him. Jonathan.
That would just
are y'all shaking hands?
Fuck me on the downbeat, baby. I knew it was love.
It's a network event.
It's
and
my
who are
turn
you
to talk. You don't have to listen now.
And he's fucking me. You don't know.
No. Let me tell you something, yeah, D. You got to remember, yeah. A lot of these actions that people are displaying, yeah, it comes from somewhere, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So now I'll give you an example. A lot of women that end up sleeping with loads of men, yeah, or just wayward sometimes. If you really look their history, yeah, they're not getting a lot of man love from home. They don't have that.
Oh,
so they end up looking for that outside.
That's not always true.
My original point.
No, I'm going back to your point, but
that's
what
not
I'm
always
saying
true,
to
though.
you, yeah, is no. Sometimes, yeah, because even how we grow up, yeah, and what we become, it comes from what your upbringing and what you see, right? Yeah. So a lot of women that do that, they're looking for love in the wrong places. So they keep ending up with people that they think love them because of maybe a little attention, because they're not used to that feeling.
I agree with
You
you.
understand?
Uzi, let
and
me
then
ask
they
you
end
this,
up
though.
doing that.
It doesn't agree with you though. Go on.
Go on.
Yeah, let me ask, because I don't. I said sometimes that's not the case, but I agree.
That's
a
not the
lot
case
of times.
sometimes,
No.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it is, and a lot of like.
And that's
100%
not even
a lot of
just
times,
for women, but men also.
Men too.
Men
We're
also,
all-
yeah.
That same shit too, but
everybody's trying to
Yeah,
find
yeah,
love.
yeah.
So I guess
Vice versa.
my question is, and this is going back to what, because DT, I cut a point that you were trying to make earlier, so I wanted to let you finish it. I think there's this idea of like, sure, all of us are dysfunctional when it comes to sex. You think a man running a train with 10 other homies doesn't have maybe a little something that's off, a little need that he's trying to get met?
100%.
You don't think when a
Yeah.
man's trying to get like 100, 200, 300 body count, he's not trying to feel some emotional? Of course, we're all doing that. That's every men and women all do that. So my question is to what DT rather was saying is, you kind of had this question of like, okay, if we were in a world where we kind of gave a little bit of grace and just said like, yeah, we're all trying to find our way, and some of us do shit when we were younger. Like, what you seem to say that maybe wouldn't be a good world.
matter.
So what's why do you say that?
No, I'm saying that to say, for me, I guess depends what your end goal is in life.
Or for society,
I'm
but
somebody that believes in a family. I grew up without having a big, tight-knit family around me. So for me, it's something I aspire to want to have. That's like my end goal. So I feel personally myself, with the way society is, I'm someone that believes that a woman is a glue in a family. Personally myself, I feel like that role, I genuinely believe that they keep everyone together. And I genuinely feel like if we have a society where it's just loosey-goosey all over the place, that diminishes that ideology, in my opinion, personally.
So you think that and I don't want to, I'm trying to not put words in your mouth. Are you saying that you believe that the best way for us to have strong communities is for women to be more restrictive of their sexuality and not be out here like that? Is that the idea?
I hope not.
Somewhat so, but not 100% so, because I kind of think the way the society kind of is right now is not too bad, because you do need of those. You need,
we need the hoes.
Let's just say it. Yeah, you need the hoes. Let's just say it that way. Let's just say that, because
I don't need any hoes.
Look at his face.
We don't need the hoes, man. Everybody can be fine.
I think life is a balance. I think life is a balance.
But here's my question: what then is the place for hoes in society? Do you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like we have this weird.
Hoes have always existed from the beginning of time.
Not everybody wants to have a family.
What I'm saying is
place.
like, is there space to look? Yeah, not everybody wants a family, but what I'm saying is it seems like we have this idea that like women who are not wifey material or not in that, like that they're not part of that they like just don't matter or don't exist or society shouldn't care.
That also isn't true.
That seems that seems like what you're implying.
It might be to me, but that might be to me or you or maybe him, but to somebody else. Like, we had somebody on who, like, there's loads of, especially a lot of people in the porn industry or whatever you might want to call it, for example, that are married and their partners are happy, understanding, knowing what they do for a living. But because you have to understand, for me, a body count might be a big thing. It might be a make or break for me. For you, you might not care anything to do with sex. It might be something else that might be a make or break for you.
Sure.
So to say, there's no place for people like that in the society, I kind of disagree with that, just because the world is a big place.
I'm not saying that is the case. I'm saying that what you're suggesting, or the way that you're talking, suggests that like women who are promiscuous shouldn't be part of this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like you're like, oh yeah, this is what I want. I want the family unit, and I feel like women have to be the glue to a family, but we still need the hoes. And it's like, yeah, but what do the hoes need? It's kind of what I'm asking. You know what I'm saying?
And then what I was about to say, real quick.
I'm sorry, let Josh go real quick.
It's me. Go on, Josh.
So like the flip side to that is like the indirect harm that we as men do to other men is that we'll clown and shit on another guy that's might have found the love of his life. Dad used to be a hoe. You know what I mean? And then like, cause we'll make him feel hella insecure and hella uncomfortable being around that woman. It's like, oh nigga, couldn't be me. Mine's them. Yo, you know who mine's them with?
Couldn't be me. And she was with next to mine.
Every time you see that nigga, like,
but I do believe those girls can change it and find the love of their life, bro.
They can.
Because we can.
And you know
what the fuck? You was at the train too, my nigga. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
We were at the train station over enjoying.
Exactly. We were at the train station talking about you can't drive a car. Like, you driving a car too now.
It's a pride and ego thing.
It is, yeah.
It is. That's just what it is. Because for me, it's like, if you know, like, all right, cool, your girl is not the first. You're not the first. She slept with other guys. Yeah?
Many guys.
But the moment you know someone that have done something, you just have that. Not like.
I think the issue is you don't want to know the person that's
why.
Your girl.
That's what I'm saying to you. Because of how small the UK is, the more men she has on their roster, the easier it is to see what you don't want to see.
Oh, so wait, you don't mind?
Do you get my point, Marvin?
Wait, one second. I just want to ask Josh. So you don't mind being with a woman that maybe slept with maybe a couple guys in your circle?
A couple is not that bad.
No, but in his circle.
In my circle is a little different. That's a little different. Buddy.
Okay, let me go out of the circle. Let's just say your affiliates. So maybe a friend of a friend, but it's someone that is always around.
I dated a girl who used to date a friend of mine when we didn't know each other like that.
And how did you manage?
And then, I mean,
how did I manage?
How did you survive?
I guess
you know what I'm saying? I was in therapy every Tuesday, bro. Like, I mean, like for one, I didn't even think about it because like me and the guy, like I said, like we weren't like close. We were always cool, but like we didn't have like a close relationship. And me and the girl didn't like go that far anyway. And you know, body count sex didn't have, you know. But that has absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. But either way, like, because I've grown up from where I'm from, like it's a small town. Like we exchanged girlfriends so much growing up when we was like
in a small y'all in UK, y'all are just Eskimo brothers. It's London brothers, man. That's just what it is.
Eskimo brothers.
Man said exchange girls like it was refunds.
Talk about the Eskimo brothers.
Like it was refunds.
The girls were exchanging dudes too. It's whatever.
I think guys, we're talking about. You guys are talking about girlfriends and all of these things. Exchange them. To me, these things are things that are no more. We're talking somebody you're trying to build a life with. This is someone you want to build the rest of your life.
Let me just say this, yeah. For me, I come in a situation where I must have fallen for my cousin's boy's ex, yeah.
And he's very far, man.
No, but hear me out.
Cousin's boy's ex.
No, hear me out though. I know him.
Whatever.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Me and him were cool. And it just happened. I promise you, it just happened. And I felt so bad because it was so nice.
How do you just fall for someone?
We'll talk about that in another episode.
Okay. You were plotting.
Exactly. He was plotting.
I swear.
You know he was plotting.
Come on, man. How did you meet? How did you and the girl meet,
bro?
Yeah. How did you and the girl meet?
I just fell.
He introduced you, didn't you?
I can't even say.
If I talk too much,
this is over. It's over reporting.
He's gonna implicate himself. That's why. He's gonna implicate himself.
The point I'm trying to make is from that day, I then realized that you know what. We don't own nobody. You know what I mean? You don't own these women, even if someone's your wife or your girlfriend. So you're not entitled to know how many people she slept with. Nor does it even matter.
Well, even the one that you paid dowry for.
Even the one I paid dowry for.
Even the one you paid dowry for.
It's like you don't even want to know. Like if you know, like, what is that going to do for you?
What's it going to do for you, bro? You will never be happy. If she tells you it's 1, you will not believe her. If she tells you it's 100, you will cry.
Let me just tell you, if a woman give you happiness, whatever she has done before, you won't mind.
That just sounds like an African proverb. This nigga said, you ask her 1, you don't believe her. You ask her 100, you cry.
You know what? And it just can't be someone very close to home.
I don't care. Okay, I just don't want to know.
Guys, we gotta close it in a bit, a little bit of bro. We gotta close it. We gotta bring it. Bro. We gotta bring it. Okay, so I'll make one little thing, and then we can closing remarks. I would just say I think there's a little bit of a difference between. And good convo, by the way. Thank you very much, guys. There's a little bit of a difference between like
it's been a pleasure
being in the same circle and having a problem with your woman having had a sexual life. Like those are different things. Like if my girl like slept with my best friend, I would never even start that relationship. That could be one body, but if her one body is my brother or my good homie, I'm not even ever talking to her in that way. That's too much emotional shit. I would feel inadequate. I would feel like she really want him. That's one body. My girl could have 1,000 bodies from 2 towns over. I don't give a fuck if she's showing up to love me correctly now.
Facts.
And if it's been 6 months since she last fucked
I'm with you. And if it's been 6 months on that 1,000 bodies,
it's a little bit.
You need a little time. You need a little buffer.
You need a little bit of buffer. You don't want to catch in the middle of her. You know what I'm saying? Because then you don't know if you're just a body. Am I just a body, or am I on the way to somewhere, or are you, looking, assuming that I'm looking for something serious? Am I on the way somewhere?
To be 17.
So yeah, exactly, 18.
And my last thing to say on your point, I love the way you've said it, man. You're so concise. I would say
we need to do this again.
We definitely need to do another one because I know we didn't even get through all the topics. But I would just say that
we didn't get through none of the topics.
Literally, we did one.
We did one topic.
That's how you know the conversation was good. The conversation was so good, right? But my thing is this, especially to all the mandem out there, oh shit, I'm American. To all the brothers out there, right?
Yeah.
If you find a shawty, yeah, and you down for her,
He's
right?
good.
You try to marry her,
Good.
yeah. You try to marry her, you try to
He's
wifey her, yeah. Bro, just focus on the shawty, man. What she did before you,
Shawty,
don't
man.
Peace,
The way
man.
he's in
Forget
love
the
with
body
the
count.
shawty.
She's
What
grown.
she did before,
Focus.
what she did before that don't matter. And for me, as long as, now I'm going African, as long as it is not recorded anywhere. You could have run trains. You could have been on many train
listen,
stations.
1,000 bodies. There's a possibility. There's a video there
As long
somewhere.
as there's no videos, me, I don't mind.
Okay, we got more to examine. We got more to examine. Josh, do you have any closing remarks?
Closing remarks.
So we're all ending on body count, doesn't matter. Including me, say so.
What do you say?
I said we all agree that body count doesn't matter, including me, say so. I say so. I'm telling you, my body count is giving my PTSD, you know. Just forget about it, man.
The thing is, man, them are bluffing. I genuinely feel like this.
Say your last word, man.
I just genuinely feel like growing up in the UK, you guys in America, our mindset are totally different.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are definitely a lot more relaxed about a lot of things because you lost time.
That's just us.
But UK is very smooth.
That's I think it's
Yeah.
coast to coast. It's not niggas in the
talking
UK,
to a-
niggas in America. It's not It's a lot of
Yeah, that's. I think that's one of it. And the other part that makes it worse, yeah, I guarantee you, if that person that you end up meeting is not doing better than you, you don't really care.
That's a good. Okay, wait, hold, stop.
Did
We
you
about
see
to
what I'm
keep going. We about to keep going for another 45 minutes.
Okay.
That's an excellent point. But we're about to close this bitch down. Josh,
Okay.
do you have some final points so I can end this shit?
God damn. Did he say if she's not doing better than you, then you don't care?
No.
Did I hear
Yeah,
right?
like if
you
the
don't really
last
care, yeah, that's
bodies,
exactly
if
what
the
I'm
last
saying.
bodies were
If the
corny
last-
niggas, it's not as much of a.
Yeah.
Man, my closing argument. So, you know what I mean? If you know, it's you know what? I'm gonna have to echo my brother's Mulinde's. My man's the Mulinde.
Come
You know,
on,
it don't
Jay.
matter what she did. It don't matter what she did before you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, fam? My boy,
Yeah.
big up,
Yeah,
big up
fam.
Eddie,
Yeah,
big
fam.
up Eddie. Them. You know what I'm saying? If she got 1,000 bodies crossed the way over on ends the other way, don't
other
care.
ends?
Don't care.
And
You look
the other
that
way.
way.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that's what I'm
Well,
talking
look,
about.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you very much
Gang.
for joining us on today's podcast.
Thank
with
you.
myself, with Josh, with Don't Talk Just Listen, with Mulinde the Fourth, aka Sukali, and then Uzi, aka Uzaman. You know what I'm saying? Of the In My Opinions podcast. Look, guys.
Thank you.
If you go over to your wife's house or parents' house and they say you got to sleep on the fucking couch, you might be seeing a red flag. But at the same time, if you telling a nigga to sleep on a grown ass man to sleep on a couch who got a bad back, it might be you that's waving the red flag. There's been Waving the Red Flag podcast.
Yeah, go wave that red
It's been
flag, B.
Come on.
It's been the In My Opinion
I like that.
podcast. Hop on Patreon if you want to, join us live. You want to get bonus content, like, subscribe, and also if you want to get some interesting apparels. You know what I'm saying? If you want to dress, you know what I mean. If you want to be loaded broccoli,
Drip, drip.
not just loaded fries, cop the T-shirt. Link is in the bio. Link is in the description. We got hoodies.
Love that.
We got T-shirts. We got ladies hoodies. We got
Sweatshirt.
ladies sweatshirts. You know what I'm saying? We got dildos. Not yet, but they're coming soon. We got vibrators. You know what I'm saying?
We do have a broccoli dildo in the works.
Yes, we got bonnets. We got
You should get
Rubik's
trained.
cubes. You know what I'm saying? We got
We got trains. Yes, we do.
We have trains. We have, rope for you to tie people up and, all that
Oh.
shit. We got all that kinky shit, whatever. Handcuffs, you know what I'm saying? Wow. I'll buy the store. But for now it's mostly just hoodies and t-shirts right now. But, soon. This has been the Waving the Red Flag podcast. Peace, peace, peace.
Oh, what can they find? What can they find? In my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Drop your handles. Yes, please.
Yo, quickly, go and drop it.
Sorry, man. So shout out everyone in America, man. Thank you for locking in. We are In My Opinion Podcast. Find us on Instagram. We're on the YouTube.
Do your
That's
English
right.
accent for this one.
I'm joking. All right. In My Opinion Podcast. You can find us on Instagram. In My Opinion Podcast UK. Find us on YouTube, TikTok, everywhere, man. Spotify.
Let's go,
Anywhere you
man.
get your DSPs.
Real shit, bro. Real shit.
Real shit, bro.
Big
You
man
want to
thing.
roll with a geezer? Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, burr.
I said man's not hot.
All right. I'm
No, thanks for having us on, guys. Thank you.
It's a red flag.